Okay, my dear British fellows, I know I'm just imitating or trying to do the best I can to speak in a British accent, and I may not be entirely what you would like me to be, but here is something I have written, and so please listen carefully because I was overhearing a conversation which was recorded by an historian who was giving advice to your Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer that he needs to give Trump more of a hard time. He needs to push back more. He needs to dig in his heels, and he needs to recognize that the stiff dose of reality that is what Trump needs. He must recognize the stiff dose of reality that Trump has set the marks on destroying the European Union. Yes, yes, yes. As if Trump is wanting to destroy the European Union. No, no, he's not in favor of free speech. He's not in favor of trying to say to Europe, like, hey guys, what are you doing? Excuse me, what happened with the freedom of speech in Britain? What happened? No, 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 no. He's demonized by this great historian. His name is, what's his name? Mr. Simon Sharma. Oh, yeah, he is so knowledgeable, right? A real historian has real credibility. But, well, okay, I have something here written and I want to read that to you so that I don't get sidetracked too much because I tend to be, I acknowledge that. But here, well, my dear chap, I sincerely hope you will forgive me for doubting your wisdom. It seems to me it should be clear to you already that another stiff dose of reality simply isn't going to work. Because, let's be fair, it hasn't worked in the past, and there is really no reason at all why it should work or why it would work all of a sudden right now. Perhaps what needs to be acknowledged, admittedly, I'm not entirely sure about this, as I am also just trying to make a friendly suggestion because, my dear fellow, I have a suspicion something about the old way, so to say, isn't quite right anymore in this day and age. And yes, something needs to be done, at least it needs to be tried. Okay, I was getting a little bit off track there, but I was saying, I'm not entirely sure, but here, perhaps what needs to be acknowledged, I guess, I have digressed. I say so myself in my writing. I guess I have digressed, but what I was saying is that what needs to be addressed, in my humble opinion, is something more flexible, something more fresh, more alive. Because since you appear to be in favor of sacrificing every last bit of your culture anyway, we might as well give up on this stiff upper lip. What? Did you say upper lip or did you say upper lip? No, I said upper lip. Did you hear me correctly? Yes, you can read it on my X account. It says upper lip. L-U-P. I hope you don't mind. I deliberately mispronounced upper lip, so that you would get my point. Just shake the self-restraint, stop being so stoic, and yes, forget about being such a fine gentleman. Surely, you too have feelings, and they can be expressed if you allow it. There is really no place for such a straight face. I would like to inform you recent research indicates that a majority of the British people, approximately 57%, that is more than half, no longer believe in the stiff upper lip that is defining to their culture. Ha! That is an indication the disappearance of the stiff upper lip, the upper lip, sorry now, the disappearance of the stiff upper lip has caught the attention of many scholars. I myself attribute it to the failure of our usual way of talking in which we do not listen to ourselves. That is on its return. Wait a second, let me read that again. I myself attribute it to the failure of our usual way of talking, in which we do not listen to ourselves, but want others to listen to us. I firmly believe this other listening is on its return due to individualism, which promotes self-listening. Yes, yes, my man. While it can be said this other listening is common all over the world, in Britain it took on this particular unflappable style, but as I have by now sufficiently elucidated, it is completely, totally, absolutely outdated. So, habits are hard to shake, I know, so in closing, here is a quote from William Shakespeare. Yeah, how about stiff open lip? Here, I hope you can pronounce it correctly. That monster custom, who all sense doth eat, of habits devil, is angel yet in this, that to the use of actions fair and good, he likewise gives a frock or livery that aptly is put on. That was said by Hamlet. Yes. Now, my dear fellow, did you get it? Come alive and start speaking a little bit more. Not from the heart, but, listen to yourself and then see what you say. All the best to you in Britain. Bye. I will never go there, by the way.